Well guys, ever since the first trailer that I ever saw of X-Men Apocalypse, I thought to myself, you know what? That movie's gonna be alright, it's gonna be pretty good. Or this movie might just be completely terrible. Well, fast forward a couple weeks to pretty much a couple months, we are finally here, it's finally out, so let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Albert.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, I'm Jazz.
Hi, I'm Toby.
Welcome to Gamer State.
X-Men Apocalypse. Alright guys, so let's start off with a bit of the story. So pretty much the first mutant ever was this guy in like ancient Egypt. Oh, and if you wanted me to say that guy's name, I cannot pronounce it, alright? And he pretty much went to sleep and now he's awake and he's gonna fuck some shit up. Plus, not only that, he's got his 4 horsemen slash mutant sidekicks by him. So like basically like I said, Apocalypse and his 4 horsemen slash mutants are gonna go and fuck some shit up, and the X-Men's job is to go ahead and try to stop them. And that's basically what you're gonna get. You know, I don't want to spoil the movie for you guys. So let's talk about some of the characters. Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. You know, I was actually pretty impressed. You know, I didn't know a whole lot about Apocalypse until I did a little bit of research thanks to my good friends. I didn't necessarily have an opinion on how this guy actually looked prior to this movie, but my close friends obviously didn't like it. For me, it didn't. For me, it actually looked pretty good. With that being said, I have to say that there are some slight issues with him, and that is basically that he is little. He is small. There's one specific scene that I remember. It's that he's pretty much standing next to all his horseman sidekicks. He is like the shortest guy out of all of them. It's kind of weird to have like the main villain be shorter than all the other guys. Big things come in small packages, so no, it doesn't count. You know, it doesn't count for this because this guy deserved to be much more bigger, much more menacing. You know, there's many camera tricks, you know, they could have used CGI and many other stuff to make him look or to appear taller than the rest of the bad guys. Magneto's character, I really liked his character. I've liked this younger Magneto ever since the first pretty much reboot of the X-Men. Magneto's character really had me, you know, catching the feels throughout the movie. You know, there's a lot going on with his character, and to me, you know, it's really interesting to see his character in that type of way, and to me, I loved it. Now, Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. Gotta say, when I first saw Sophie Turner as Jean Grey, or you know, heard the rumors and saw that, or even my first initial thoughts, I love her in Game of Thrones. She's one of my favorite characters. However, when I was thinking of her being in this kind of big movie, didn't really connect with me. However, that quickly changed when I got to see her performance, and I gotta say, she sold me. All right. You know, I actually want to see more of her in, you know, the future movies. Now, Jennifer Lawrence, guys, I've heard other reviewers talk about this, and you know, it didn't really catch my eye until I saw this movie. And that's basically that, you know, I saw the old X-Men movies and I was used to seeing Mystique as, you know, completely blue. I was used to that look, and then when Jennifer Lawrence came in to play Mystique, I was surprised, you know. And when she was in that blue phase in the first movie, you know, you can still make out that it was still Jennifer Lawrence, and that's kind of the problem that I had with this movie, is that for some reason they don't want Jennifer Lawrence to be Mystique, and what I mean by that is she will probably continue to play the character, but you know, it's because it's Jennifer Lawrence. She's really beautiful. Everybody knows who she is. They want her to be more of Jennifer Lawrence than Blue Mystique. You know, and that's one of the problems that I have. You know, if you're gonna have Mystique in the movie, just make her blue, you know. It doesn't matter, you know. We still know that it's gonna be Jennifer Lawrence underneath the makeup or the CGI or whatever you have, or whatever they probably do. And to me, you know, I want to see that, you know. So please bring it back. So some of the things that I liked about this movie, guys, you know, this movie has pretty good fan service to, you know, all the X-Men fans out there. My phone just went off. Gamersteak, professionalism at its best. Who the hell said we were professionals anyways? We curse all the time on this channel. Great performances by pretty much by all the actors, you know. Even Jennifer Lawrence, she still did a really good job. Had a great story. I liked how the story was building up towards the end of the movie, although there is a problem which I will talk about later, just a little bit, as well as great camera work and great special effects throughout the movie. So let's talk about some of the things that I didn't really like. I didn't like the bad, at times, pacing throughout the movie. You know, there is some issues where it tends to drag on. In the beginning of the movie, it's the story of Apocalypse, and then you have Magneto, and then it's like a recruiting process, you know, and then it's the climax of the movie. You know, although it doesn't drag the movie down to where it's just gonna piss people off, to me it's just a small issue. Like I brought up before, Jennifer Lawrence, you know, kind of being more Jennifer Lawrence than Blue Mystique, and that's pretty much like, and that's really the only issue that I had with that character. You know, other than Apocalypse, you know, being short. You know, one other thing is just the lack of character depth that there was in this movie. Not to say that, you know, there wasn't any whatsoever. It's just that it was really pretty much the majority of the character depth went to Magneto, which I still liked. It's just that everybody, because there was a much bigger character depth, but for that character, everybody else's character was just kind of like almost really small. So overall, guys, this movie is pretty good for all the reasons that I just mentioned. But although it does have some issues, to me it doesn't completely ruin the experience of the movie. Not to mention that the climax and the ending of this movie is pretty good as well. I'm gonna have to give this movie an 8 out of 10, guys. So if you guys have not seen this movie, if you were on the fence about it, you know, I still would highly recommend you guys go check it out. It's been out for a couple of days, 2 weeks now. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, by all means hit that like button, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel, where we bring you more and more content coming your way, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.